Today, we're going to do some more idioms. We've been working a lot on English expressions because I want to brighten up your English. And first of all, a big shout out and thank you to so many people. Hundreds of you have signed up for my free Communicate with Confidence webinar. That is April 16th. April 16th, it is at 10 in the morning, Dutch time. 1 in the afternoon, Dutch time, 7 in the evening, Dutch time. You can sign up on my Instagram bio or on my pinned post on Facebook, or just go to my website. It'll pop up for you. Nothing you got to do except for sign up. And hundreds of people have signed up, so thank you so much. We're going to sell out. Space is limited because I'm keeping it interactive. So I want you're going to be doing stuff with me online. And it's going to be fun because I'm going to keep you busy for an hour, maybe an hour and 12 minutes, because there's so much I want to teach you. Welcome, everybody. So today, also other good news. We're going to do a good news round before I teach you something. The song that I wrote with Tim Knoll was officially released today. Tim Knoll is a brilliant singer-songwriter who I love. He's also one of my clients, and he took one of my poems and made it into a song. And it's out. It's on my Facebook. It's on my Instagram. Julius asked, what did you do with your hair? Well, not much. What did you do with your hair, Julius? It's like a fountain of awesomeness. No shame in my game. It's a global pandemic. I'm really not worried about hair at the moment. Anyway, Julius did not do anything to his hair. Okay. We can talk about hair. I can give you fashion and beauty tips. I have 0. That's pretty clear. I'd rather teach you something that I'm really good at and something that I love. Not fashion or beauty, obviously. It's the English language. I'm very passionate about helping people feel fantastic about speaking English and communicating. And I'll tell you, having an expanded vocabulary is pretty damn important, because if you don't have enough words to express yourself, you're going to be thinking in a very small box. And I want you to get the best out of your life, and communication is so important to say exactly what you mean because you know the right words. So many of you are painting with the same colors over and over and over again because that's all you got. And I'll tell you, it can be boring. You can do better. So I really want you to do better. I want you to expand your vocabulary. But how are you going to do that? You need to find a strategy that works for you. So today, I have a special friend who has joined me in our live lockdown lesson number 19. And this is my friend. Here he is. Who can name my new friend? Because what we're going to learn today has to do with this. It's idioms related to plants and nature. And if anyone knows anything about plants, this one has like these dot things here. I know nothing about plants. I'm actually not allowed to garden in my house because I don't understand it. I'm not good at it. I have no interest in learning how to improve it. So I cook for someone who loves gardening. That's my partner. They say it's a pancake plant. Hello, Mr. Green. Okay, so thanks, Rule. Mr. Green and I would like to teach you some expressions that have to do with plants and nature. Here we go. What does it mean? If you are barking up the wrong tree. If someone says, oh, you're barking up the wrong tree, what does that mean? Barking up the wrong tree. Oh, I almost spilled my espresso. I've switched to decaf. All this energy with no caffeine and no sugar. Isn't that amazing? I know. So I switched to decaf in these little cups. And I'm addicted to decaf. Isn't that the funniest thing? I didn't know you could be addicted to decaf. I am addicted to decaf twice a day. All right. If you're barking up the wrong tree, what does that mean? You're barking up the wrong tree. Blame the wrong person. You're accusing the wrong person. Not a good direction. De verkeerde persoon beschuldigen. Hello. Facebook. People are sending, no one's answered on Facebook. Addressing the wrong person, Lubertus says. You're all right. So if you're barking up the wrong tree, you got the wrong guy. That means someone is accusing you of doing something. You say, hey, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. From Shaggy. That was a song. I'm not talking about my hair, Shaggy, because it kind of is. Barking up the wrong tree means you've got the wrong person. What does it mean to beat around the bush? To beat around the bush. Who knows? Stop beating around the bush. You're going to hear that in meetings a lot. And we say that quite often to politicians too. Who can tell me? Stop beating around the bush. Come to the point. Not being precise. Not getting to the point. Oh, I have to go here on my Facebook. Hold on. Gosh, I'm so bad at this. Not pointing out the topic. Don't shoot the messenger. You are not to the point, taking too much time to say what it's about. Yeah, so when someone says stop beating around the bush, another great way to say that is cut to the chase. Cut to the chase means get to the point already. Get to the point already. Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase, or stop beating around the bush. You're going to hear that a lot in meetings when someone says, yeah, you say, hey, stop beating around the bush. Tell me what's going on, or cut to this chase. What's the most important thing in what you've got to say? All right. I notice now my computer is on all these books and my phone is on something on my computer, so it's a little shaky. Not an earthquake. Oh my God, it's a shaky situation. I have a big chandelier here. Let's hope it doesn't fall. Okay. If you're feeling bushed, what does it mean if you're feeling bushed? B-U-S-H-E-D. If you're feeling bushed, that means what? Sylvia misses my flower. Sylvia, here's my flower. You know I got my flower every day. Should I put it here? Nah, I'm more subtle. I'm so subtle. I'm just going to put it there because I don't want to be too in your face. My son is here. All right. So if you're feeling bushed, feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, you are tired, too much coming your way, overgeslagen. Let's see what my Facebook friends have to say. Sylvie says, thank God you have your flower. That's it. So when you're feeling bushed, you're really, really tired. You're really tired. And it's tired from too much happening, usually work-wise. It's not a physical tiredness. It's not like after you run a marathon, you feel bushed. No, I feel bushed. There's so much going on at work. Like you're overwhelmed, which is what many people are feeling. It's time to hit the hay. It's time to hit the hay. Not H-E-Y, like, hey, y'all, how you doing? It's H-A-Y, hit the hay, which in Dutch is hooi, which is like hoi. It's very confusing, I know. Hit the hay, H-A-Y, what does that mean? To go to bed, to go to sleep. Let's go. Time to go to bed. Time to go to sleep. This is fun. I'm having fun. I like these. Hit the hay means, indeed, time to go to bed, because in the olden days, in my childhood, mattresses were full of hay. So, because you were living in the country or in a barn, and your mattress was full of hay. So when you hit the hay, it's time to go to bed. But stay awake just for another 5 minutes, because I'm not done with this live lockdown lesson number 492. In a nutshell, if you want to say something in a nutshell, what does that mean? In a nutshell. In a nutshell, what does it mean? Cool. I'm like spilling stuff. I'm not very coordinated. In summary, no, Julius, I'm not a farmer. I might dress like one, but I'm not a farmer. In a nutshell, a summary. Oh, Alice, Alice is on Facebook. She says, I'm like that, being a medical doctor. Alice, thank you so much for all the good work that you're doing. I hope you're okay. Thank you so much for keeping us safe, wherever you are. My dress is beautiful. Thank you. We can talk about my dress for hours, but we're in a global pandemic, and fashion and makeup are just not, it's not really a priority for me personally at the moment. But if you want to talk about my dress or my hair, go right ahead. I'd rather focus on communication skills in English because that's kind of my thing. So in a nutshell means to give this a summary, to give the shortest, most compact version of what you want to say, because a nutshell is pretty small. So if you want to give the information in a nutshell, it's not all the extra stuff. It's just the really important stuff that's like condensed and really, really small. All right. The last straw. That was the last straw. What does that mean? The last straw. Who knows? The last straw. Laatste loodje for our Dutch speakers. Laatste ritje. I can't read. Dat doesn't. Laatste druppel die de emmer deed overlopen. Yeah, so the last straw is like, that's the very last thing, and now I'm done. Now I've had enough. So it's like you tolerate something, you tolerate it, and then like one more thing happens, and you're dead to me. I'm done with you. Done. That's the last straw. Speaking of gardening, which we weren't, but now we are. Speaking of gardening, if you want to nip something in the bud, nip something in the bud, B-U-D. You might know it from Budweiser, the beer. To nip something in the bud. What does that mean? Who knows? To nip something in the bud. Does anyone know? Has anyone heard it before? Has anyone used it before? I drink a lot of water and decaf espresso. To stop something? Question mark? To stop something? End it before it will come bigger. Tackle it before it becomes an issue. That's correct. So when you have a bud, a flower bud, if you look outside, I would show you right here where I'm staying. There's buds. A flower is, I see. This is why I don't garden. I don't know anything about nature. But it starts with a bud and then it blossoms into a flower. There you see it. And if you nip something in the bud, that means you stop it before it gets worse. So if there's a negative situation or a problem, if you nip it in the bud, that means you want to get in and stop it before it spreads, before it expands, before it escalates, before it grows, before it gets worse. Did you see all the synonyms I used just now? I saw what I did there. All right. If it's time to turn over a new leaf, Mr. Green has many leaves. Remember, it's leaf, one leaf with an F, L-E-A-F. Plural is leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S. One leaf, two leaves. Don't forget to vibrate your V. Leave. What does it mean to turn over a new leaf? That is our last idiom we're going to do today. Starting afresh. Time to move on. Here's another one. To start over. My cousin Jody just joined us from LA. Jody, I love you so much. I miss you so much. We need to go to Trader Joe's as soon as possible. Start a new chapter. To turn the page. Right, so to start a new leaf means to have a fresh start. And usually, to turn over a new leaf is to have a fresh start. So it's often used when people decide in a major way to change their lives. Usually it's when they've given up drugs or alcohol, if they've stopped drinking, or they realize they wanted to become more fit. Then it's time to turn over a new leaf, and it's this fresh new approach and a fresh new attitude in your life. So those were the idioms and expressions from today's lessons, brought to you by my sponsor, Mr. Green, and my very famous hairdresser, who's obviously blind. Okay, let's review the idioms that we learned today in lockdown lesson number 492. To bark up the wrong tree means you've got the wrong guy. You're being accused of something you did not do, or you've accused someone else of something that they did not do. To beat around the bush means get to the point quick, and a great way to say that is cut to the chase. So stop beating around the bush means cut to the chase. If you're bushed, you're really, really overwhelmed and tired. If it's time to hit the hay, it's time to go to bed. And if you want to say something in a nutshell, that's the summary, the most important part of what you need to say. You've compacted your message to the essence. That's my coffee machine turning off. Can you hear that? It's my decaf espresso machine. If something it's the last straw, it means I will not tolerate it anymore. It's the last straw. It's too much. That was the very, very last thing, and now I'm done. To nip something in the bud means to stop something from getting worse, growing, expanding, or spreading. To take action before it grows. To nip something in the bud. So flowers, before they become a flower, they start as a bud. And if you nip it in the bud, you stop it before it grows. And to turn over a new leaf means to start a new, fresh chapter in your life. And that's something that people tend to do after they've made some major life decision. So those were our idioms for today. Do I have a guest in the lesson tomorrow? No, actually I do not, because tomorrow's lesson, I will do a live lockdown lesson, but probably at another time in the afternoon, because I am doing some stuff tomorrow and my schedule is slightly different. So I will hopefully remember to do an Instagram countdown counter about what time it will be. It will be much earlier than normal tomorrow. Do I have a guest? I don't think I will. I'm not sure. You never know. Life is full of surprises. And now it's question time. Who has a question for me or Mr. Green? We are here to answer all your questions. I will translate for him. Who has a question? I see a lot of people from different places. Where are you from? That's my question for you. Let me see what's happening on Facebook. Who has a question for me? Any questions? What do you want to know in English? What are you struggling with? Call Annie. I talk to her all the time. My best friend, Anneke van Giersbergen. If you want her to be a guest, I don't know if I'll ask. Happy to be here. Welcome. Thank you. It's now the end of our lesson, so we will all be leaving soon, but I'm very glad you could join for the last few minutes. Last straw is a last resort. No, is a last straw that used to be as a last resort. No, so a last resort is quite different. So as a last resort, medical professionals in America, doctors are wearing garbage bags as a last resort, when it's a last resort, you are so desperate that this is the very last thing you do before something else happens. So as a last resort is a form of a desperate measure or a desperate act. CAE writing. I don't know what that means. What a pity. That's okay, Ali Reza. I will hopefully put this on my IGTV so you can watch it again. And on my YouTube channel, which I totally forgot that I had, I brought back to life and I put all 18 live lockdown lessons on a live lockdown lesson playlist on my YouTube channel, which is in my Instagram bio. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Heeft een paard een hoofd of een kop in English? We just say a horse has a head or a face. Horse head. I don't know much about horses, Sylvie. Thank you for asking me about horses. More grammar, please. I like the 12 minutes of the conditional. Are you a grammar animal like I am, Christina? Thank you for your order from my web shop. I just shipped it out today. If you're a grammar animal, you are a gramminal. I made that word up. It's someone who loves grammar so much. My grammar book and other things are on their way to you. Cambridge English Advanced, right? So that's very difficult to do writing skills on a 15-20 minute Instagram live, but there are a lot of practice exams that are online. If you are going for your Cambridge exam, you can look online. There's a lot of free resources there. All right, so thank you all for joining me in live lockdown lesson number 19, and me and my fabulous hair and I, rather, will be seeing you tomorrow. God knows what my hair will be doing. That's something to look forward to. And I will see you tomorrow, earlier than normal. Not sure what time. I have a very busy, crazy schedule. So I will let you know as soon as I know. Thank you for joining. Love your life. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Be kind to other people. Be kind to yourself. Remember, it doesn't matter what anyone says to you. It's what you say to you that really matters. Self-talk is important. So go kiss the mirror and realize that you're fabulous, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.